Regulate Web3 Apps, Not Protocols Part 3, The Web3 DAO Dilemma. Summary. The blog post, part of a series titled Regulate Web3 Apps, Not Protocols, discusses the challenges of regulating decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs, within the Web3 ecosystem. It addresses the Web3 DAO dilemma, which arises when unique characteristics of Web3 protocols, like value accrual and semi-autonomous activity, create incentive structures that undermine the policy objectives of app-based regulation. The blog proposes a balanced approach to regulating Web3 technology while preserving its fundamental principles. To address the Web3 DAO dilemma, the blog suggests adding safeguards to the regulatory framework, carefully designed to align incentives towards compliance and ensure the achievement of policy objectives. These safeguards should limit value accrual that may lead to undermining policy objectives and restrict the semi-autonomous nature of DAOs, without jeopardizing the core principles of Web3 protocols. The suggested framework involves two key components: limiting value accrual and restricting DAO autonomy. Using the example of a decentralized exchange, DEX, the blog demonstrates how these additional safeguards could be applied to the DEX's DAO. The proposed safeguards require the DAO to use mechanisms that prevent the collection and distribution of fees from non-compliant applications and to forego activities facilitating unlawful trading through non-compliant apps. The blog discusses how protocol developers and DAOs can comply with safeguards through the implementation of specific protocol and decentralized governance designs. These designs aim to preserve the benefits of value accrual and semi-autonomous designs for Web3 protocols without jeopardizing their fundamental principles. To achieve this, the blog proposes two steps: designing compliant value accruing protocols and designing compliant decentralized governance. In designing compliant value accruing protocols, the blog suggests introducing a new type of app-specific protocol design that can distinguish transactions based on the app initiating them. This involves using a factory smart contract that deploys separate, protocol-controlled gateway smart contracts for each app seeking to interact with the protocol. The blog argues that the default value accrual (DVA) model provides the most workable framework for maintaining the censorship-resistant and permissionless nature of Web3 protocols. For designing compliant decentralized governance, the blog recommends pursuing governance minimization and carefully assessing the powers retained or granted to DAOs. Protocol developers should reduce governance to unavoidable decisions that fall within three categories: complex parameter setting, treasury management, and protocol maintenance and upgrades. Reducing such decision-making ultimately reduces the potential for misuse and protects the protocol's credible neutrality. The blog post emphasizes the importance of proper treasury management for DAOs and the use of legal entity structures to minimize risks and ensure compliance. DAOs should avoid funding projects or activities that might lead to increased illicit use or proceeds from their protocols. Using legal entities can help limit DAO members' exposure to risks, encouraging participation in DAOs and supporting the role of decentralized governance in Web3. The author suggests that policymakers and regulators should augment app-based regulatory regimes with narrowly tailored safeguards targeting DAO incentives and activities. These safeguards can help eliminate incentives that may drive illicit activity and ensure that the public benefits of Web3 technology significantly outweigh its costs. In conclusion, the blog post highlights the need for a balanced approach to regulation, focusing on Web3 apps rather than protocols, to maintain the balance between innovation and the prevention of illicit activities. This framework allows for the growth and development of Web3 technology without compromising the fundamental principles of the protocols, and supports the future of decentralized governance on the Internet. Content type: article, blog post. Content publisher: A16Z Crypto, Miles Jennings. Publish date: January 2023.